What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Big Apple Baseball Banter. Today we have to catch up on some news we missed last time. Mets are making moves, and Benny Biceps is now Benny Good Biceps. Let's banter. Down to the wire again.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Big Apple Baseball Banter. Episode 19. See, I have the title up here. I need to know it now. Thank you guys for watching. We're not doing our normal time. We might change up our times and stuff. We're busy, especially with the season starting soon with games and stuff. We'll have to figure that out. But we got a good episode. We got a great episode for you guys. A freaking awesome episode for you guys today. We got a lot of news. We have some news we didn't get to last time because we started nerding out with prospects. But we got some moves from last time. Mets are making moves. We had a big trade go down. Ben, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you? I don't know.
I'm doing good, man. I just heard about this awesome I just heard about this awesome thing called Big Apple or this Instagram account. It's like Big Apple something. Here, can you elaborate on that?
Oh, I think it's big.apple.baseball.banner by chance. That's such a good Insta. They break all the newest MLB news. An hour late, but I mean, they get it out there and they get it out good. You guys should definitely go follow. Join me in a lot. It really is. It's like so good. So good.
Also, we just pinned link in the chat now. Come join us. Come talk some baseball. Let's knock out some of the news from last time, and then we'll go to some callers. No callers on the line yet, but hopefully we get a few soon. So let's talk first. Reds signed Sean Doolittle to, I think, a 1-year contract. Solid pickup for them. I worry about him, going to Great American. He probably wanted to get out of the NL East because the Mets own this guy. But a solid move. He's a good lefty. I guess a Raisel Iglesias replacement. I just don't get why you should have just kept Raisel Iglesias if you're going to sign this guy. I don't get it.
Yeah, for sure.
Next move, Chris Archer goes back to Tampa, the one place where he's actually been good. Yo, you're lagging a bunch here. Let me remove you and add you back in. Lagging. All right, I think that's better. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, all right, cool. Chris Archer returns to Tampa Bay. He was traded there, and then the Pirates got absolutely robbed. The Rays got Glasnow and Austin Meadows and Shane Baz. Pirates got pretty much nothing. And now the Rays basically got him for free. Got all those prospects for free because Archer's back with Tampa. I question what he has left. His career is kind of on a downward trajectory. I mean, you can get into more of the analytical stuff or mechanical stuff like that. If you know anything about the decline of Chris Archer.
What I do know is that the deal they signed him for, I believe $6.5 million, is just about a bit less than the contract of Blake Snell heading into 2021. So that means that basically they replaced Blake Snell with Chris Archer. So that's a pretty
great replacement.
Strange way to think of things, but yeah, it's quite the replacement.
Speaking of Blake Snell, did you see that that thing that Wendy's tweeted out?
No, I can't say
I gotta read you this. This is a Twitter thread between Wendy's and the Rays. Listen to this. It's the most savage thing ever. Oh, shit. I'm on the wrong account. Hang on. I was on big.apple.baseball.banner. All right, so this is what happened. So here, let me read the thread.
Whoa.
So Wendy's tweets, time for everyone's favorite made-up social media. It's national hashtag roast day. Like right now, drop a roast me below and feel the burn. Tampa Bay Rays says, go ahead, Wendy. Absolutely roast us. Keep it spicy like your nuggets. We're too good for this. We're not good enough for this. We're surprised you didn't pull your social media manager in the middle of writing a great tweet. That's so good. Oh, dude, that is savage. Absolutely savage.
He's
All
so
right, next
good.
move. Cubs resigned Andrew Chafin, decent pitcher, better mustache. Moving on. Twins resigned Nelson Cruz. This dude's like 41 years old and still hits tanks, even not on steroids. Everyone assumed he was going back to Minnesota, so I don't know if this is gonna be the last year of his career. I want him to get a ring, but I doubt it's gonna happen. He would be a Hall of Famer if he didn't take the roids. Him and Robbie Cano are two guys, but I
Yep.
mean, how many homers did he hit? Like, well, last full season he hit like 43, right?
Oh, last full season, yeah, 43, 44. In his career, he has over 440, 450.
It's
So
absolutely
that's
nuts,
definitely Hall
man.
of Fame numbers. Insane.
Yeah, but steroids, the drill. So
Yep.
next move, Colton Wong signed with the Brewers. Now, what's interesting about this move, me, whenever a new player, new infielder, gets signed, I love talking about what their defensive, arrangement will be and where
Mhm.
guys will move. So Colton Wong's playing second base. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You'd be a freaking idiot not to play him at second base. He's the best defensive
Yeah.
baseman in the game. So where they have second baseman, Keston Hiura. Fun fact about Keston Hiura, he sucks at defense, like really bad. He super sucks at
Mhm.
defense. But now you can maybe move him to first base because there's no DH this year. You move him to first base, move Colton Wong
Mhm.
to second, and then you either play like Luis Urias or whatever his name is, and Orlando Arcia at third and short. I think that's what they're going to roll with. Or you
Yeah.
bring back like a Jed Jerko or Eric Sogard or someone like that who were on the team last year. But that's probably how it's going to go. And then
I
your
don't.
outfield's going to be. You don't know what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess it's just lagging a bit. I don't understand why they would want to bring back Jed Jerko or Eric Sogard because they both
Sogard.
can't play the outfield. So,
Right.
oh, sorry, Sogard can play the outfield. Oh, right. Well,
He has.
I
He
meant
has
like
before. He has
the
before.
entire outfield. Dang, I didn't
He's
know.
kind of like a
Well,
modern day
so
like
either
Ben
way,
Zobrist
I just
almost. Like he can play a bit of outfield.
all right, all right. But yeah, I just don't think they should sign any of them because I just don't think it would fit with the entire dynamic because Keston here is a lock to start unless he has another crappy season. Wong's definitely a starter. You can't sit
Yeah.
Wong. I mean, he's the best defensive second baseman in the game. Then
Hey, mind
Arcia,
him.
you can't play Jed Jerko or Eric Sogard at short. They just can't. They don't have the glove for it. And
Yeah.
as you
Urias
said,
can play short though.
you're
That's the thing. Urias, he can play short too,
mhm.
which
I'd rather see him
plays
at
like a
third
top
though.
shortstop.
I'd rather see him at third because Arcia's just got such a good glove.
Yeah, RCO's got a great glove. I mean, I think he hit last year decently though,
Oh yeah.
which I guess that's good. But yeah, solid move from
Mhm.
the Brewers. Looks like they signed some. There's a guy I watch on YouTube who's a Brewers fan. He was like, "Let's go! We signed someone who's good at baseball." Uh, Next move, Joaquim Soria, best name in baseball. I say that about everyone, but this guy especially, to the desert, joins the Arizona Diamondbacks. Might be their best reliever. Their bullpen's not very good. I
Mhm.
kind of hate the Diamondbacks right now because they had a great team last year. I'm like, and then they traded everyone away. I'm like, why not go for it, man?
Well, they
Like, I
sucked.
know,
I
I know
mean,
they
I
they
thought they were going to
struggled
be good
last year,
too,
but
but
a
they
lot.
just couldn't
It's
compete.
2020. I mean, it's 2020. Just try again. I don't know. You trade Marte and then you trade. I don't know. My boy Zach
Well,
Gallen, though.
Marte's
I
getting
love
up
that
there
guy.
in
He's on
age.
the. He is.
Ooh, Milkman.
Milkman Zach Gallen, though. So
Love
Joaquim
me some
Soria's not
Zach
going to
Gallen.
even need to pitch when Zach Gallen's on the mound because no hitter complete games every time. Really confusing move here.
Every
Dexter
time.
Fowler trade to the Angels for some reason. I don't know why, but um, salary dump. I mean, what the fuck are the Angels doing next? All right, now we're really
Yep.
getting into the recent stuff, like the good stuff here. We're not rushing this. So
Oh, the
Trevor
juicy
Bauer
stuff.
has signed with the New York Mets. I mean, no, the LA Dodgers. We thought it was gonna be with the Mets, and then because Nightingale does his thing, and then Bauer signs with Dodgers. So let's talk about first, like what this means for the Dodgers. So Bauer going to the Dodgers, it's a great move for them. I know they're paying him a ton. It's a complete overpay. It's ridiculous how much he's making. He's a great player. I'm not one of those people who think, oh, he sucks. I
But
saw
it's the
people
right
saying,
move.
oh, Carrasco's better, Patrick Corbin's better. I mean, people need to understand that, like, what's wrong with saying a player is good because their last season was really good or they've been good recently. I mean, if you say, oh, well, he was bad this year, or like bad in 2015, I'm like, okay, well, you know who Liam Hendricks is, right? You know who Max Muncy, his own teammate, is, right? So those guys were bums years ago, broke out, and then people want to tell me Max Muncy is the second best first baseman in baseball, which is wild. But I mean, I just hate the slander, that goes to the guys like this who have a breakout year and get paid for it. I mean,
Oh, this wasn't even a
was
breakout
Steven
year.
Strasburg
2018 was the breakout.
2018 was a stud year just because he had a career year. I mean, and pitchers, the name of the game in free agency is to overpay. It's a bidding market. You need to pay as much. I mean, is Steven Strasburg really worth this? Hell, is Garrett Cole worth $40 million? He's not worth $40 million a year, in my opinion, because he's not. No, I think it's just because Jacob deGrom's worth that much, but he's not making much, so he should make less. But that's how the free agency market goes. Every year, guys are going to be getting paid more and more and more. When guys like Soto and Tatis come up for contracts, it's going to be ridiculous. So,
oh man,
I don't think.
insanity.
Yeah, it's an overpay, but it's a free agent signing. Everything's an overpay most of the time. So, what does this do for the Dodgers as a team? Not only financially. So I think he's the ace of the team. I don't think he's going to pitch opening day just because Buehler and Kershaw are there. I think he's the best pitcher on the team. I think people want to say Walker Buehler's a top 10 pitcher, and Garrett Cole is. I mean, Trevor Bauer's not. Which Walker Buehler's probably a top 10 pitcher, but I think Trevor Bauer's better personally. It's close, but I think Trevor
that as
Bauer's
well.
better. Yeah, I mean at their
Yeah,
best,
it's not that close for me.
Yeah, I mean Buehler's never had an ERA under 2
They're both
before, so
perfect game caliber pitchers.
Yeah, but I don't think Buehler has the stuff Bauer has. I don't think he's had the results Bauer has, even in like a cupcake Cy Young, as people call it. So what I think so their rotation is just unfair right now. So Bauer, Kershaw.
I'm making a video about it.
In the playoffs. Oh, nice. Bauer, Kershaw finally learned how to pitch in the playoffs. Buehler, you got Julio Urias, you got Dustin May, you got David Price, you got Tony Gonsolin, you got probably someone else.
Tony Gonsolin.
Yeah,
Victor Gonzalez.
I mentioned him. Victor Gonzalez. They got pitching for days there. They got so much depth. They literally have like a backup 5 rotation that could be that would be better than the freaking Texas. That would be better than like the Texas Rangers pitching staff. I mean, their 5 through 10 would be, or I mean 6 through 10 would be better than the freaking Texas Rangers staff. So it's crazy move for them, man. I mean, it's just the rich are getting richer. I'll give my prediction early right now. They're not going to win the World Series this year because when's the last time a team repeated? Teams don't repeat. I mean, I know it's a different sport, but I was like, oh, there's no way the Chiefs lose this game in the Super Bowl. Teams just simply don't repeat.
Oh yeah.
Or like the Broncos get their ass kicked next year, win a Super Bowl. Like a lot of teams lose it and then win it the next year, like the Royals, but teams never win it back-to-back years. I think when we give our
I think this is going to be different. I think it's going to be different this year. The league is so weak. I mean, they can fend off the Padres this year. I mean,
you know who they can't fend off?
Who? Not anymore.
Yeah, we got other guys though.
I don't care if Pete gets
do they have a DeGrom?
I don't care if
do they have DeGrom on their team? Do they have DeGrom on their team?
Well, oh my God, the rotation is so much better.
It's true.
Dude, who pitched better last year, Bauer or DeGrom?
Who pitched against better competition?
DeGrom's got a worse fastball than 3 DeGrom's got a worse fastball than 3 of the 5 starting pitchers for the Dodgers right now.
I disagree 100%. I think DeGrom's got the best fastball in baseball.
Wait till my video comes out because
run
values would tell you otherwise.
I think he's got the best. I think he might have the best slider in baseball because no one else is pitching throwing their slider 92.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, His changeup's up there too.
95.
Yeah, 95. His changeup's up there too. Luis
Mm.
Castillo's king of the changeup, in my opinion. Hint, hint. Gonna talk about him in a little bit. Mets should probably get him. So we talked about what this does for the Dodgers. I mean, their team is just unfair now. What does this mean for the New York Mets, and what's the whole catastrophe that happened on social media? So, I guess someone on his media team accidentally put the LFGM merch when he thought. I guess you pre-make the merch because you want it to drop when he makes the decision because you don't want it's gonna take forever to ship or whatever. So they thought he was going to the Mets, so they accidentally put it in his link tree. So people assume that he was trolling and stuff. So
Yeah.
I honestly don't have an issue with Trevor Bauer in this situation. I mean, you could say he was trolling.
that's not his fault.
I think he's legitimately sincere apology. Oh, crap. This on your last stream. What the? Mets Talk with Hayden just sent me something. Mets have talked to the Oakland Athletics about acquiring for my boy Matt Chapman. Let's fucking go.
No
Shout out to
way.
Mets with Hayden. He DM'd us. I'm gonna tell him, yo, come to the stream. To the stream. We don't have any viewers in here, man. We need some viewers, y'all. But
We need some life. We need
Trevor,
some chat.
Yeah, we need some chat. We're actually not distracted today. I mean, I don't think that's a good thing because I think it's fun. Right now. But basically, I actually don't have an issue. I think his apology was sincere. He's been trolling all off season, but I think I don't know how much of a troll it was this time. And I don't,
No.
I don't blame him for picking. This is why I don't get too mad at people. People get so mad about, oh, you didn't sign this guy. Oh, you didn't sign that guy. I'm like, yeah, it's not up to us. It's up to the player. Like we gave him an offer that blew him away, but it wasn't just the offer. He wanted to be in the Dodgers. He's talked about geography isn't everything. It's the culture there. It's the winning. I guess they're more analytical than us or whatever. Which is kind of obviously Bauer's thing. So I'm not mad at him. The person I'm really mad at is fucking his agent Rachel Luba, and not really about the apology. Right after he signed, she's like, "Oh, thanks Mets fans for being great fans." I'm like, I mean, why the fuck do we care if you're thankful for us? It's not like you signed with us. What the fuck are you doing? I made a video the other day when I was talking over, I think, the Almora signing, and I mentioned that. I'm like, it's so stupid, man. I'm like, what the hell? Why do you need to thank us for being good fans? I'm like, that's literally telling us that, oh, well, you guys we wanted to sign with you guys, but we like the Dodgers. We're literally admitting to us, you guys were this close, but not quite there.
Yeah, you were the second place team.
I mean, we're used to being
Congrats
second
on
place
being
forever.
second place.
I mean, we're used to being second place in New York usually, so I guess we're used to it. But I mean, not anymore. Let's go Mets. But I mean, I'm not too pissed about Bauer.
Domingo Germán comeback season 2021.
I'm sad that Bauer's not going to be on this team, but we can do a lot, with this extra money. Which actually, we're going to get into that with our first caller on the line. Mets Talk with Hayden. How you doing, man? What are your thoughts on
segue?
You like my hat today?
Oh, that's sick.
Oh,
was that a Brewers hat? Oh no! Don't wear that shit. That's two things I hate. I hate the Astros and I hate the Dolphins.
Yeah. No, Astros and
two things I hate with a passion.
No, that's fair. Yeah, I just collect.
Yeah. No, it's all good. No, so, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Bauer signing with the Dodgers?
Oh, right. Yeah, this happened. This is the thing with Bauer.
You broke the news to me, by the way. You actually broke the news. You broke the news to me. I was walking home and I saw a DM and it just said, "Damn." I opened it up and then it showed a picture of Bauer going to LA. So shout out to Hayden. You broke the Mats news for me and you broke the Bauer news for me. So you should be a reporter. You do a better job than Bob Nightingale.
Oh, for sure. Listen,
Trevor Bauer, I think it was between three teams, the Mets, the Dodgers, and the Blue Jays. Realistically, there was a part of me behind me always saying he isn't going to go to the Mets. I just figured he's too much of a troll that it's too good to be true as a Mets fan. I don't know. I think, the Dodgers overpaid for him. I would say 103 million,
Obviously.
103 million for 3 years. No. You don't get paid more than DeGrom or Garrett Cole until you could prove yourself. Garrett Cole, he proved himself. Jacob DeGrom, he proved himself. Trevor Bauer, he played 11 games and did well. So
yeah, but he also had a stud 2018. I mean, he's had good years in the past too. It's not like it's like just one breakout year and then he sucks, before that, which a lot of times it's good to go off the breakout. If you're going to judge a guy, just because he had one good year recently, then you shouldn't be calling, Max Muncy or Liam Hendricks good players, guys who sucked for a long time too and then finally became good. But that's just my rant.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, with the Dodgers acquiring Bauer, I think that makes the depth more easier for the Dodgers. You have Walker Buehler, who am I forgetting? Clayton Kershaw. You probably slide into that second. I would imagine he'd be in the second spot. I don't really know how it's going to go. I mean, I don't think Kershaw's going to be a first starter. I think his prime's starting to wind down. Yeah, he was hard. He was hot in the playoffs, but I don't know. Maybe I could see Walker Buehler becoming a.
I think Buehler's going to be the opening day guy just because he's like the homegrown guy. I think he's sort of becoming like almost the face of the franchise.
Did you guys see the timing for opening day? I believe they.
So Mets opening day 7:09, April 2nd. I think it's on a Thursday. So we might have to stream that game, eh?
Definitely.
Oh, nice. Yeah, for sure.
That'd be fun.
Yankees opening day is April 1st.
Oh, it is? Oh, so they're different open. We should watch the Yankees game on live, and then we should watch the Mets game live too.
Well, I think this is the first time
let's do it.
in history that all teams are playing opening day in one day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, no, Ben, you said yours it's April 1st for the Yankees, so I guess it's a day before. There's usually one team, like one prime time game before, and then
No, April 1st for every single team.
Oh, I thought we were April 2nd. Never mind.
No.
What time is the Yankees? What time is the Yankees game?
No, I mean they typically
let me check that.
Hope they don't overlap.
Spring training starts the 27th, and April 1st, yeah, Washington Nationals at Nationals Park. So that should be a good game.
We've won opening day the past 3 years. I mean,
I think the Mets
we're hot on opening day.
Won like 80% or 70% of their opening days. We're hot opening.
Always win on opening day. Well, that's what happens when you have a stud ace, and then you have DeGrom, so you're most of the time you're gonna win with him.
I think only DeGrom pitched opening day, I think, last year in 2019. I think 2018 was Syndergaard, right?
Noah had it 2018, and then
so I mean that against the Cardinals. So no, I think it'll be interesting. I don't know who's going to be the Nationals. I'd imagine Max Scherzer. I don't know what's going on with Strasburg.
Dude, even as a Mets fan, that dude is so
fun
to watch play.
Super down 2020.
He's just such a talent that it sucks to see guys like that just because they get hurt all the time. I know I'm supposed to hate the Nationals, but he's just fun, dude. His World Series performance was just like he had been good before that, but he was just ridiculous. I mean, what are your thoughts on Bauer's apology, and the whole controversy with that?
Honestly,
because personally, I don't have an issue with his apology. I have an issue with his agent, thanking the fans for being good fans or apologizing to us. I mean.
Rachel Lupa, she's definitely younger. How old is she? She's what? She's late 20s at least. No way she's in her.
Probably, I think. Yeah, Bauer's in his 30s now, but I mean,
she's 28, so that's young.
I'm all for being on social media in the sports world, but when you're have this much of a social media, I feel like when you're running your own agency, it's almost like, oh, this is like the kids agency. If you want the real guy, go over to Boris. I feel like when you're that active on social media and trying to troll fans and stuff. I mean, what's her clientele? Bauer and Puig, and Puig hasn't signed anywhere.
And I think both of those players are kind of controversial in essence. You have Puig with more his rage and more criminal stuff, if I may say, and you have Bauer for more of his humor. So Rachel Lupa definitely has quite the ride there, metaphorically.
I'm bummed about Trevor Bauer going to the Dodgers. We don't get the vlogs. we don't get the damn vlogs, man. Like I was watching a couple Reds vlogs earlier, man, and I'm like, I mean, DeGrom would probably be like, dude, get that camera out of my fucking face right now.
Yeah, DeGrom is that type of guy. Honestly, he just gives me those vibes. But
He's
I
just
think
serious about his craft.
no, definitely. But now, and did you guys hear about Matt Chapman? I heard some allegations, and who brought that up 2 weeks ago? What was that guy's name again? Who brought it up?
Heaton. Brewers talk with Heaton, I think. You know, some
Your
other
boy
no,
Hayden.
no, Ben, it was beats him up. beats
Beat him up.
Beat him up.
Nah, it was your boy Hayden. He brought it up.
No, Mets talk with Hayden brought it up. Yep. I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, we talked match. I mean, it's interesting what the Mets are going to try. I think they're trying to move on from JD Davis, honestly. And I made the video about him. I think, I don't want to give up all these prospects for a Chris Bryant, but Matt Chapman's different because he has way more control. I think he's a better player, honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, JD Davis really is more of a bat, and I think the DH won't be in the NL, so that'll be an issue. I think Matt Chapman's great. He's literally, arguably, besides Arenado, the best third baseman defensively. We see his acrobatic plays. I think he won 2 Gold Gloves, All-Star. Having him and Lindor, no ball.
Oh my God.
Chapman,
that's
Lindor, McNeil, Alonso, no ground balls are getting into the outfield.
And I know people
Alonso's
rip on Alonso for being a bad fielder, but he's good at scooping balls in the ground, picking it at first. He's just not a good ground ball fielder, but he's good at, yeah, Pete makes some tough scoops. Dom's a good fielder. So if the DH, eventually does come back, which, it's not coming this year, I guarantee you it's going to be back in 2022. I mean, there's, new CBA, stuff like that, but I think the DH will be back, and then Dom can be the first baseman, Pete can be the DH. That's a nasty infield if you do it that way.
I read an article, Texas Rangers exploring.
Texas Rangers doing what?
Texas Rangers exploring a trade for the Mets. JD Davis, ?
Ooh, if we can get there, they have this young third base prospect, Josh Jung.
Oh, Josh Jung.
Who's an absolute Josh Jung.
I want Dan Dunning.
Yeah, or we can get who else? I mean, are you trading him for a major league player? Like,
that's the thing. I mean, let's see. Could the Mets trade?
I mean, I would go for
the Rangers need a third baseman. Prospect Josh Jung is ready to debut. He could be a good acquisition. He's okay.
I don't know why you would trade Josh Jung for JD Davis.
Here it is.
Yeah, that's way too
Rangers.
much. Yeah.
Rangers obtain infielder JD Davis, and Mets get Jose Leclerc.
Jose Leclerc.
I don't know who spells Leclerc. I don't know Clark like that. Josh King and Chris Sessi.
God, I'm not doing that. No, that's like a below average reliever. So I mean, I'm putting
a shortstop
in a package to get a. I'm putting JD Davis in a package to get a better third baseman. I'll trade JD Davis and David Peterson and a Mark Venitos or whatever, a prospect like that. And also, don't forget, we just acquired what's his name, Khalil Lee. I'll put the banner up
correct. Yeah, but
I love that trade for you
for center field. I mean, listen, you got Pete Crow Armstrong, but I think more the merrier, especially depth is what we want. I know we heard Brandon Nimmo just arrived in Florida today. I saw SNY posted a little video on that. Nimmo is the starting center fielder, so we'll see how Nimmo is. I think third base is really the only question. That's going to be the only question. I think we'll see. I think JD Davis, he'll go into spring training. If he does crap, they'll bench him or they'll kick him off and they'll trade or sign a free agent.
You're going to bench him for. I don't think you judge him off spring training. I think you judge him off.
Oh, you can't.
Really?
Performance, and then you get a guy at the trade deadline. You get a Chris Bryant at the trade deadline, or maybe
that's fair. That's fair. I definitely think that. Yeah, I definitely think the trade deadline is definitely when you want to, because that's towards the end of the season. It's towards that stretch when you're making the postseason, and I think that's really when you should acquire more, more elite players to help expand. But I think spring training, we have so many questions. I'm questioning will Thomas Sapuki be called up as spring training, or what Met will be brought up.
Yeah, we don't have many besides him. There's not too many rookies to get excited about. But I think with spring training, I think if we don't sign another starter, or if we sign another starter, which we most likely will, I think that's going to be kind of a competition for the 5 spot between Peterson and Lucchese. So,
That's right. That's what I said.
For me, either you sign a free agent. There's talks about them getting Jake Arrieta. I'd consider not being a fan anymore if they signed that bum. I'm just kidding. Jake Arrieta is terrible. And I just hate the guy as a person. I mean, I don't how that's not a good fit. He literally said he wanted to put a dent in our old third baseman's skull.
But he's not even with them, but still.
He's not with us anymore, but it's still kind of a lot of those players were on the team back then. But I mean, I'm all about Taijuan Walker. I like him a lot. Paxton, I like, but the injuries scares me a lot. If you really want to go all in, go trade for like a Luis Castillo, although it's gonna be absurdly expensive. I mean, you're gonna have to give up Alvarez, and I don't know if I want to trade him. I mean, like a young starting pitcher with control with Cy Young potential is gonna cost a fortune. And the Reds don't need to trade him because they have control. So, they have all the leverage in the world. So I doubt it's going to happen. It would be literally my dream come true. But if you sign like a Taijuan Walker, then your rotation going in the year would be, without Syndergaard, DeGrom, Carrasco, who's he was phenomenal last year. Stroman, Taijuan Walker, and then David Peterson. That's really good. And then and then Noah comes back. You can bump Peterson to the bullpen, or you package him into a trade for like a Matt Chapman or a Chris Bryant. And then
that'd be pretty good, honestly.
My issue with that'd be a great rotation. My issue with Chris Bryant though is like, I mean, he's a free agent after this year, and you have so many guys to pay now. I mean,
that's the big thing is you extend
with Bauer. So this is my plan would be you sign Lindor before the season, just because without Bauer, you should extend one guy, and then you sign Conforto's going to hit the market, but you can bring him back just because he's a Boris guy. Boris guys always hit the market, and then you for Syndergaard do a qualifying offer just because he's coming off of an injury. He's not going to pitch a full year. I think he would take the 1-year qualifying offer. It's almost like a franchise tag in football. You give him a qualifying offer, and then. And worst case, he declines it. You can bring him back, or if he walks, luckily you get a draft pick. But you don't make sure he doesn't walk. And then Stroman, you're probably gonna have to let him walk, but you can replace him with someone else. Maybe like a Thomas, Sapuki. Maybe maybe fill in that. Is he a starter or is he a reliever?
He's a starter. It depends if they'll bring him up as a reliever, as like a mid-set, like as a setup man. But I think he'll start as like a starter. He has great stuff, honestly, though. So he's definitely MLB ready, I think. But when it comes to what players we should hold on to, I agree with the Thor, Noah Syndergaard. Give him the qualifying offer because he's coming off of an injury. Tommy John, one bad move and he's a little screwed. Conforto, I would extend before the offseason because we've seen him play in Citi Field. We know what he has to offer. Lindor is the only person I would wait on. Lindor, he's Cleveland, Ohio. It's a completely different ballpark, no pun intended. Than New York. It's a whole different scenery outcome. So it's questionable if can Lindor still provide what he did in Cleveland for New York. Listen, he's not going to do terrible, but I would wait with Lindor, especially for those reasons. And listen, I hate having to worry about extending players during the season because it puts in their mind and messes them up mentally. And then Stroman, I don't know. Stroman, I definitely could see walking. I think he'll have a solid season. I mean, he's not going to be like 2015, 2016 postseason Blue Jays, but Did
you see Stroman's tweet about people are talking shit about the Mets offseason? Which, by the way, people saying, "Oh, the Mets failed this offseason because they didn't sign any of the big free agents." I'm like, well, who's the best player who's acquired this offseason in your opinion? I think it's Lindor. I think he's better. He's a hair better than Arenado. I think Arenado might be a bit better, but I think he's better than all the big 3 free agents. I think he's better than Springer, Real Muto, and Bauer.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Lindor. I would agree. And it's weird because the Mets originally, they weren't going to do trades. And nevertheless, the only free agent we signed was McCann.
Yeah, when the Padres made all those big trades for what was it, Snell and Darvish, Steve Cohen literally tweeted out, he's like, well, those teams have good farm systems, so they could do that. A week later, Lindor goes to the Mets. And Lindor and Carrasco go to the Mets. Stroman basically tweeted out like people thinking that the Mets had a bad offseason, they're idiots. We acquired a ton of great players, which is true. Just because you didn't do much in free agency, you did a ton trade wise. You made your team much better, and now you have flexibility to extend guys. Because before this offseason, people were talking about, you got to extend Conforto. I didn't realize he was a free agent after this year. I'm like, I thought he was a free agent after the season after this year. So I was like, you don't have to extend him. But I realized, oh well, you do. And then Lindor, you obviously in a contract year. But if the Mets had to make one more move, who you choosing?
I mean, I would want it to be a pitcher. I think, if we sign one more pitcher, I'd give it 100%. Honestly, I'd probably give it 100% without a pitcher, but I think I would definitely want a pitcher. It just comes into regards of who's left. You have Odorizzi, you have Tajon Walker, and then you have your mid-level guys like an Arrieta and Paxton. But I don't know. I think I would say Tajon Walker would be the next up for the Mets. But I would say, or even if we do a trade, I know there's the Cubs and Reds trade, which call me nuts, but if we were to trade with those teams, I wouldn't want Bryant or Suarez. I'd want Castillo or Hendricks. I wouldn't trade.
Oh yes.
Third baseman.
Yeah, I mean Castillo would be my number one guy. Like the reports are that it would be for either Suarez and Gray or Hendricks and Bryant. And I mean, Ben, I know you're a big Hendricks guy. Out of those, what package would you take out of those two? I think I would go Suarez and
I would actually
Gray.
go with the red ones there.
Yeah, I would too.
Yep.
What was the Reds one again? Suarez, Gray, and who?
Bryant. I think Bryant might actually be better than Suarez.
Just Suarez and Gray.
Suarez has control.
And what was the Cubs one that you said?
Bryant and Hendricks.
Oh,
I'd go with the Reds.
Suarez has control. I would go with the Reds.
Hendricks is the better pitcher, but Eugenio is so much better than not so much better, but he is better than Chris Bryant.
No, that's true.
Are pretty neck and neck. I would actually give the edge to Sonny Gray, just because, especially on the Mets, because with shit defense, I mean, I kind of worry about Kyle Hendricks, but also if you're getting, Bryant back,
Eugenio
isn't
a decent shabby. I mean, Bryant isn't a shabby third baseman.
I mean, if you're going for just Hendricks.
Hendricks. Yeah.
If you're going for just him, I would just be kind of, I would be a bit worried with the defense because he's not a strikeout guy, but
he doesn't allow hard contact, and you got Lindor and you got McNeil already. I mean, JD Davis is horrendous, but I mean, that's only third base. That's your corner infield, so that you really need to worry about. I don't think he would fare horribly in New York, to be completely honest. Chicago is, I know it's more pitching friendly than hitting, but it's not. It's like towards the middle more so. I think he would fare very well in New York, to be completely honest, just because the atmosphere. He tends to do very, very good in high leverage situations, which doesn't make sense. Kind of like a Masahiro Tanaka. They don't really strike too many guys out, but when the lights are at their brightest, they dominate. So I do think he would be a good fit in New York, but I do also think that the Reds trade would be much better.
I'm not trading for Alvarez. I mean, those teams want him, then I'm not trading him. I mean, he's like the perfect succession plan after McCann's done. You can have him as your catcher for the future. But Hayden, my last question for you is, what are your thoughts about Dead Lowry coming off life support, and he's alive now and he's going to Oakland?
Oh, is that for me or?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Dead Lowry?
Honestly, I was surprised they signed him to a minor deal. I
thought he was retiring after this year.
I thought he was. It was like, wanted. Have you seen this man? $25,000 reward, and it shows a picture of Lowry. Like, this dude batted like. I think he got one walk
zero.
In the Mets.
Yep, he batted zero with probably like a .95 on OBP. He had 8 at bats, 0 for 8. Didn't play a second in the field.
I don't know.
But anyways, Hayden, as always, man, I really want to thank you for calling in. Thank you for all your support. I'm gonna get those videos for both of our channels edited. Everyone, please go check out Mets Talk with Hayden. We obviously we do stuff with him all the time. Great Mets YouTuber. Do the banner, the pennant wall flex for us as your exit.
All right, let me ask you one more thing before I bounce. Did you see the MLB rankings. What was it like?
Oh my God!
Oh my
Don't
God!
get me started.
It's so bad.
Horrendous.
It's so
The Braves
So
in
bad.
fourth. As much as I would love for that to happen, the Braves in fourth place, my G. And honestly,
Or what was the other one? The White Sox in third. Or
I'll pull
I
it up.
at first I thought you were talking about the top 100 players rankings that they started.
Okay.
That's just as
It-
bad. That's
it's
even worse.
terrible.
I don't think
It's
that one was horrific. I think honestly, I agree with. I agree with the East. Hold up. Let me try to pull it up. I don't know where it is. I just want to talk about this. That's all right. MLB standings, I think it would be on Twitter, right?
standings predictions, something like that. Yeah.
Check. Just look up Pacoda predictions. Pacoda or Fangraphs, they both have them.
Right. I'm trying to find that top 100 players thing.
Yeah, I saw Rosarena was like 100. I saw Alonso was on it.
So let me just say this first. So
Sure.
JD Martinez and Giancarlo Stanton are 98 and 97.
Okay.
Those guys are both top 50 players. And what the hell is all the hype with Tyler Glass now? I know he's got good stuff, but he does not have results. I mean, I like Tyler Glass now. He's fun, but and then Josh Hader at 95, best reliever in baseball. I mean,
I think the craziest part to me was the fact that Kyle Lewis was 93rd, correct? But
yeah,
what's his name? Luis Robert was 94th, just one behind him. Now, the reason why I hate this so much is that Robert was below average in terms of hitting last year in OPS. He had a 738. And Kyle Lewis had an OPS over 870 and went on to win the Rookie of the Year, and they both have stellar defense. So why the fuck are they one together? It just upsets me so much.
I know JD Martinez and Giancarlo don't have any defensive value, but how are they not? They're both top 50 players. I mean, it's so dumb. But
JD sucked last year, and Stan was good.
If you wanted to talk about that quickly.
Oh yeah, here. Yeah, we don't have any callers online, so yeah, go for it. So what do you want to talk about?
So the AL East, Yankees. The AL East is rational. Yankees 97 and 65, Rays 86 and 76, Blue Jays 85 77, Red Sox 80 82, and Orioles 66 96. That's rational.
I mean, I'm telling you, I'm not high on the Rays this year. I think they're third place team at best.
I think each one of those teams are going to get like an extra 2-3 wins onto that.
Yeah,
I think the Orioles are going to win at least 70.
Really? That's interesting. And then the AL Central, Twin 91-71, Indians 86-76, White Sox 83-79, Royals 71-91, and Tigers 67-95. So they're telling me the Cleveland Indians are better than the than the White Sox. The Indians lost Lindor, Carrasco, Brad Hannon be better.
Yeah, they lost. And then they traded away Clevenger in the offseason. I mean, at the trade deadline too. So their rotation is shit. Their rotation is going to be good, but their offense is terrible. I mean, they signed Eddie Rosario. You know, Lindor's gone,
but that doesn't make up for all of it.
Was gone. Exactly. I mean, it's so bad that I would have the Indians.
The White Sox have gotten so much better too.
White Sox are first place.
I have the White Sox winning the division.
So do I.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would West, the AL West. Astros.
AL West is going to be a shit show next year.
It's Astros 93-69, Angels 87-75, A's 80-82, Mariners 70-92, Rangers 67-95. Yeah, the Athletics are not going to be under 500. That's impossible.
I get that we want the Angels to be good, but their pitching is still shit. We all want the Angels to be good so Mike Trout can make the playoffs, but that doesn't mean they're going to be good. Their pitching is shit still.
Yeah. And then I think best one has to be the NL East. The Mets 96 and 66. I would love
it. Let's go. Hold on, let me get those.
86.
Go. Yeah, all right, yeah. You're saying? I get a little fired.
No, you're good. Nationals 85-77, Phillies 83-79, the Braves 82 and 80. Boy. And Marlins 69 and 94. That one's rational. But the
2 games over 500 for the Braves.
No, that's whoever made this was on something. The NL Central: Brewers, Cubs, Cardinals, Red, and Pirates. There's no way the Cardinals who just
Cubs are in first.
100.
The Cubs are in first.
Second.
No, he said Brewers. Brewers come back 2021, baby. Playoff streak continues.
Terrible. I'm sorry. What offense do they have other than Christian Yelich?
On a good year, on a good day, Keston Hira on a good day.
I mean, Lorenzo Cain.
That's it.
Didn't play last year, and he was bad the year before. Fuck! I just ran over my foot, my wheelchair.
The NL West
Not my
is
wheelchair, my
most
chair.
reasonable. And the one that can happen. Dodgers 103-59. Padres 96-66, D-backs 79-83, Giants 75-87, and Rockies 60-102. So that's pretty much the one that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I agree with the rankings. I don't know about
what did you say the Padres were?
96-66.
Okay, cool.
They're 100 team in my opinion. I think I'm not really focused on the wins. I'm just worried about the rankings right now. I still have to get into it with the wins. I'm not going to go like game by game and stuff because I don't have that time. But that's probably what I have the West. The Giants might do better than the Diamondbacks, although you never know with the retirement center over in San Francisco.
That's true. So according to this, the Yankees, Twins, and Astros are winning the division, with the Angels and the Rays making the wild card, and the Mets, Brewers, Dodgers in the division, with the Padres and Cubs or Nationals winning making it to the wild card.
You know who's going to win the World Series though?
The New York Mets.
Let's go! Ben, you gotta find some fired up Yankee fans to get on here because I feel like I feel bad.
I do.
Here, hold up, I got it, guys. Don't worry, I got it.
It's such a shame. My my best friend in baseball is a Red Sox fan, and he does not have the confidence to come on here.
Step right up. I know all the lyrics to that song.
Oh, of course.
Oh, respect, as you should.
After we traded for Lindor, I blasted that song 3 times and screamed every word. I'm not lying. Can't wait to see. I'm literally gonna cry if we win the World Series because we've been shit for so long.
Oh, I'm gonna record my reaction and flip.
Dude, I cry whenever the Yankees lose.
Oh, I punch shit whenever the Mets lose.
I think my most triggered moment was
same. I go outside and just start swinging my bat as hard as I fucking can, just over and over.
Yeah, whenever I'll swing my bat. I'm first of all, I'm shit at baseball, but I swing my bat. I'm like, I can do a better fucking job than these idiots. I'm like, fuck you, Diaz.
Yeah.
Diaz, fuck you. Whoever struck out last in the game, Familia, man. But Hayden, thanks as always for calling in, man. Do your slot. Yep. Bam. Great call as always by Mets Talk with Hayden.
Wow, what exit.
Some more news. So Mike Foltynewicz, I'm not typing in his whole last name. Hell no. Goes to Texas. Why is it significant? He's probably the best pitcher in the rotation. Jonathan
wait,
Scope,
actually, we don't know about that. His velocity disappeared last year. He came in throwing 90. Huh?
I know. He got sent. Did you hear the report that they sent him down to the alternate site because he was confronted by his velocity being so shit, and he said that the radar guns are not working properly. They're like, yes. He's saying, the radar guns. I'm like, this is the same dude who gave up who had the 10-run disaster versus the Cardinals. Yeah,
I think it is. Yeah.
Yep, it is. Yeah, Jonathan Scope back to the Motor City. Good pickup by them. Nice veteran presence. Hayden says, thanks for having me. Thanks for coming on, Hayden. Really appreciate it, man.
Yes.
Scope goes back to Motor City. 2-year contract for him. He's a decent player. I mean, decent, average glove. I mean, he was good with
solid
Baltimore. Kind of was, solid hitter. I mean, if you can hit well in Detroit, then good for you, man. And he's a good veteran presence on a super young team. You just hope they provide good defense for that young pitching staff. Here's a huge move. Marcell Ozuna back to Atlanta.
Huge.
So what's interesting about this, without a DH, he's gonna be playing the outfield. So Braves fans, now you're gonna know what it's like being a Mets fan with Dom Smith in left and Nimmo in center.
You shall experience pain.
I mean, yeah, well, they got Pache, so he could probably just he'll call him off. He's like, move,
Oh
I
yeah,
got it.
play left center. Yep.
Just play left center. Exactly. He's got the range for days. So, but Ozuna back to Atlanta. Will be their left fielder since they let go of Duvall, and I think they're gonna keep Drew Waters in the minors for another year. Maybe call him up for a little bit, but I mean, as a backup, Ender Enciarte is not bad as a backup option there too. So they got some depth there too. Tremendous defender, obviously. Ender Enciarte will definitely come in, late coming late for defense, probably in left field. He can obviously also play center field.
Innings, yep.
Late innings, or maybe even Acuna moves to left and then Enciarte plays right. Probably makes no sense to do that, but Ozuna was unbelievable.
Nope. Who knows?
Well, some of his hitting stats last year, but I know he had over 1,000 OPS. He really had a bounce back. I guess he's only good when he plays in the NL East, because with the Cardinals, he really wasn't anything special. Made the worst outfield play I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about. But last year, a 1.0.
I love that play so much.
431 on base percentage is unbelievable. 338 average. He's never been much of an average hitter, but last year he was. And then 18 home runs. Has one of my favorite swings in baseball. He's pretty much like he's like basically Yoenis Cespedes without the arm, and Ozuna used to have the arm until he got hurt a bunch, but he's basically a Yoenis Cespedes. I think he's a better hitter than Cespedes, maybe not in his prime, but a phenomenal pickup by the Braves. Weird move here. So Elvis Andrus goes to Oakland, and then Chris Bryant goes to Texas. So
Davis.
Chris Davis. Yeah, the reports were that the Rangers were going to move on from Elvis Andrus. He's always been kind of a decent, defender, except for against the Blue Jays in the inning with the Bautista home run. But he's been there for so long, so it's weird, trading them in a division. But I think Oakland's just dumping Chris Davis's contract. He's kind of on a hefty contract. He's not very good anymore.
Elvis is on a hefty contract as well.
Yeah, they need a shortstop more than a DH, because Simeon's gone. Who's going to be your shortstop? They're not going to go out and sign anyone. Are you going to play Chad?
Jorge Mateo.
No, they traded
Chad Pinder.
Didn't they trade with San Diego?
Oh, they did do that. Yeah.
Yep. And then.
Yep.
So man, the A's aren't looking good, man. Tony Kemp's going to be your second baseman. Obviously, Chapman and Ole are great, and then your outfield's still good. Laureano. Well, Grossman's gone, so maybe not. Piscotty hasn't been good in a bit.
Still got Canna.
Who else? Yeah, Canna's good.
Canna's good.
Their offense
Can't defend.
Good. Yeah. Obviously Sean Murphy's.
But this is the story of the A's every year, and then, yeah. But this is the story of the A's every year, and then they still go out, and everybody hits like 1 million home runs and walks every single at bat, and they still make the playoffs and then lose in the first round like they inevitably will.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yep.
Oh, I love this caption right here. A's re-signed the snitch. They re-signed Mike Myers. You ratted out the A's. The Astros. Decent, below average back end starter. He throws no hitters every now and then because it's Mike Myers. But Yadier Molina comes home back to St. Louis. I'm happy to see him. I didn't really want to see him go to another team. I like seeing guys play their whole career in one. He's the face of the franchise. He is the St. Louis Cardinals. So now I got some fun stuff to talk about. We're a Mets and Yankees channel. You're probably like, oh, why are you talking about all MLB? All MLB moves technically impact the Mets and Yankees at some point. So we're going to do a little bit of film review. So first, the Mets signed Jonathan Villar. And at first I'm like, oh, sweet, good defender, can play multiple positions. And then I watched the film and I'm like, oh, okay. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna set up my screen sharing because we're fancy here. So I put a couple.
Big tech.
So he can play VR. So we signed him. He can play shortstop. He can play second base. Okay. He didn't play third last year, but he has in the past. They say he can play the outfield. No, he can't. That's like saying Brandon Nimmo can play the outfield. Saying Jonathan VRs can play the outfield is like saying Aaron Judge can stay on the field. Like, it's not true.
Oh.
But so let's start with the good plays. So I think he's predominantly gonna be a really good pinch hit option, and he's fast. He can steal you some bases. He had a great 2019 with the Orioles, but it's Camden Yards. I guess you hit well, but we're gonna look at. Some of his. We're gonna look at his. If I can pull it up, I don't know. Stop. Shit. We're gonna look at some of his.
I'm gonna go grab my film review glasses. Be right back.
Make sure. All right, cool. Man, this freaking program's giving us some issues. We're gonna look at some of his film now. Your entire screen. I'll just share my entire screen. All right, so Ben, you back yet? Ben is grabbing his film review glasses, and we have a million screens right now because we're waiting to get into the film. So I'm just gonna stall right now. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna look at some film. We're gonna look at the good from VR at second base, the bad from VR at second base, the good at shortstop, and then the bad at center field. Oh, you really did grab your glasses. Shit, man.
Yeah, my eyes are hurting.
Oh, nice. I didn't know you wore glasses, but all right. So let's start with
blue light or ID.
Oh, right. So you can see the screen right now, right?
Yeah.
Let's start with the good plays. So these are his good plays at second base. So also, all this comes from MLB Film Room. Great site, actually. It's just annoying that you can't download the videos. You have to, make full screen. You have to I make them on my computer and then I have to screen record it on my phone. But anyways, all right. He's playing in. Pretty decent hit ball. Not a great play, but good reactions. Next play.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben, you're gonna help me with some of the technical stuff because you're the baseball player here. So, play to his left, diving catch. That's decent range right here. Diving catch, and then I like this too. He doesn't get cute with it. He says, "Looks can't turn two. I'll just take the sure out right here." Decent throw. Good pick by Shaw. He doesn't spike the ball, panic spike the ball in the dirt. He knows he's on the ground. He can't get it over to him, so he gives him a good hop. So that's a good play. And I'm excited to get to the bad. We're just flying through the good stuff because good stuff's boring. But next play against nice catch right here and turns two.
Oh wow, he goes for the two. All right.
Yep. Dang, he's safe right here. He unfortunately Bichette
he didn't even look. He just went right for it. That's what I noticed. I don't think he felt too. I think he felt really confident about that, so he definitely knew how hard the ball was hit. Which would make sense. But whereas the first play, as you said, he did check the runner going to second. This one, he just went right for it. At least that's what I see. Actually, from that angle, it didn't really look like it. It kind of lagging a bit for me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just dragging it through to get like the slow-mo. But decent range right here if you can see. And also, apologies to anyone listening on podcast apps. Skip ahead a bit when we're done with the film. So Clint Frazier. So were you on the mound? You're obviously gonna get ground balls. And I like, when we get to the bad stuff, he's not a very accurate.
I didn't like that.
He's not a very accurate thrower, but he leads the shortstop to the bag, which is nice. For me, the thing with VR is that he tries to be so flashy. He tries to be Javi Baez basically, but isn't that, caliber fielder to be all flashy. So, you didn't really have to do the backhand, toss. It worked, but most of the time that doesn't end well. and then good throw to first.
I want to talk
Bang
about
bang play.
the how he fielded the ground ball itself because it didn't.
Go for it.
I don't know, something about it just didn't seem too natural.
I mean, yeah, he
Like I
stretched
don't know if
way
it's
over.
the way he was standing or.
I mean, you had
Oh, I
time to
thought he was
really
just
get.
standing still and then like fielded it to his left.
I mean, you could get on really behind the ball, which less room for error there, but he made the play, so it's not too big of a deal. Versus the Nationals, Carter keep him up at the plate. This is nice. This is cool. I mean, if you can do this, then you have the
It's
right
like
to kind of do
glitching.
flashy plays. But that's because I'm pausing it and I'm dragging it in slow mo, stuff like that. But hopefully the viewers can see well. But that nice glove flip right here, first. So that's the good from Jonathan Villar.
VR.
Let's get to the bad because there's a lot of it. So let's do the bad with him at second base. And this first one, I remember when it happened. Obviously, it's against the Mets, so I'm happy that it happened. But all right, so Dom Smith at the plate, runner on second, runner on third. His instincts here and his IQ are just idiotic. So right here, if you watch him and there's a more zoomed in view, his eyes are glued at home trying to hold the runner, which is good. But then he bobbles the ball because he doesn't look while he's fielding. And then runner on third. I don't know. There's not an angle to show if he's going on contact. But now he could have saved a run. Nope. Made a mistake. Could have had 2 outs. Nope. Only 1 out. I mean, that just must be infuriating. You could have prevented a run, even if a run happened.
Oh,
You
the
could have
runner
gotten
was
2
definitely
outs.
running on contact then.
I mean, yes,
Yeah,
but
because if he had bobbled it, no, if he hadn't bobbled it, he still would have been running. That's why he was, one, so glued to the plate, and two, like the runner he would have thrown home if the runner had seen the bobble and then decided to run, because then he would have stopped himself, then had to start himself all up again, so you wouldn't have that initial sprint. So that would take off a good 560. And then VR
yeah.
would know to throw home. He automatically knew to throw to first. So he was definitely running on contact there. Definitely could
My
have
thing
turned
is,
2.
he's so
No.
focused on running that he doesn't look at his eyes. He doesn't even pay attention to fielding the ball. He's trying to hold the runner. He's trying to do too much, which is kind of what I got.
No, that's just him staring at the runner, trying to judge to whether or not he can get him out at the plate.
Exactly, but
because he's way past third.
First and foremost, clean the ball, field the ball cleanly. All right, next one right here.
Oh, of course.
Now he's on the Blue Jays. Got traded midseason, Dickerson, and then just absolutely just throws him right off the bag. Some of the tape I watched on him, super inaccurate. I mean, he turns the ball nicely. He turns 2 pretty nicely here, but I mean, look at where the ball is at. He just throws him right off. You were supposed to get 2 outs. Now you get 0 because he pulled him right off the bag. That's just, when you're a fan, you just want to break your TV. Next play. All right, we're gonna need a field view right here. You could see where the runner was. I mean, if you could see where the runner is right here by the time he threw it, you don't have to rush it. You can make a good throw. You got room to make a good throw, but I mean, just throws it right off the bag. I mean, that's just infuriating. Any comments on this?
Okay, so I do see from that play he did set his feet beforehand. I thought he was kind of throwing on the run, like turning and spinning, throwing. Oh my God! Oh, it was just a routine throw. Oh, come on!
I mean, look, he has good base right here, but right off the bat.
Yeah, he does have a good base, but he's he's definitely simplifying it, trying to look too smooth there. Because you see, he's not even facing the base in terms of his base isn't facing the base.
I see
2,
that
he sidearms it. I don't know why he sidearmed that. I mean, other than to be flashy, you don't need to do that.
Exactly.
Because that's what
that's my
typically
issue.
happens. I've made that
Trying to be
exact same mistake in side arming.
trying to be flashy. It's ridiculous. All right, this is against your Yankees.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember this too much. Just
Little Tyro.
bobbles it and then watch his eyes right here. Checks at the runner. I mean, just field the freaking ball and then you
you're
can
not
worry about
getting
if the
them.
run. I know you have better shot at getting them if you're not just like, let's see where I'm at. I mean, just worry about fielding the damn ball, then worry about where the runner's at. And I guess Estrada's pretty fast, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, first of all, bobbling
Yeah.
the ball, we didn't even talk about that. It's just, I mean, this is pretty routine. I mean, sorry, let me rewind. I mean, not a.
Oh yeah, that's very routine.
Kind of just knocks it down. I mean, he doesn't squeeze his glove enough, I guess, but I mean, into the grass, and then just he's focused so much on the runner, he's just trying to do too much. Against looks like Hunter Renfroe, Marlins. This is just look where that throw is right off the bag. I mean, and this is like Hunter Renfroe's not the fastest guy, so I mean,
how do you
had all
do so
you
bad
had
at
all
second
day
base?
to throw. You had all day to throw. You could even stepped up more to get close, gotten closer if you want. But nope, sidearms way off the bag. Garrett Cooper gets pulled off. And then
another thing, when he is throwing sidearm, he's missing his arm side to a righty. So that means that like it's definitely something he can improve over the offseason and try to just pull the ball a bit more on his sidearm plays, so then he hits it more in the chest and less missing glove side. I mean arm side, not glove side. So that's one thing. Another thing is, why are you sidearming there?
I don't get
like
it either.
if you're gonna sidearm, at least like, oh my god, at least like toss it and don't try to like muscle it as hard as you can with the sidearm, because there's just no need for that.
Don't throw your poor first baseman off the bag. I mean, look, we got another angle right here.
Yeah.
Alcantara tries to get it. I mean, it's not like he interfered with it. So, boom. So I like to see him tuck it to make sure he has full security. That's another issue with him we'll get to, especially at shortstop. But right here, spin off the bag. Spins, drops it. I mean, watch him right here. Here, where is it? Look, so fields the ball. Look how
that's
open
where he
his
fields
glove.
it.
If you can see, his glove is pretty open still. You have
I
another
can't really
hand
see
right.
his glove.
Yeah, you can't see too well. You can see a lot of white right there, though, and it's in the palm of his glove. I mean, you have a free hand right here. You want to, tuck it in, make sure it's secure. But nope, drop it. And then Conforto's, decent fast. He's pretty deep. And then, I mean, he probably wasn't going to get him anyways. I mean, if it was a good throw. I mean, if it was more in this area, he might have a shot. But, I mean, really wide base, too. I mean, he doesn't step into the throw at all. And then just the worst part is just the accuracy. Throw him right off the bag. I mean, it looks like he's throwing off his back foot almost. I mean,
oh yeah, practically. That's the problem with dropping it, because he had to, rush that throw, in which he kind of just did throw completely off his back foot. You can see that front foot swing all the way to the side as he looks up. That's something you just got to do if you got to get a throw off super quickly, which will minimize arm strength, obviously. So that's just why you never want to be put in that situation. So that's why you don't drop the ball.
Exactly.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
So he can also play shortstop, and we got a few decent plays here at shortstop. So, am I up? Yep. All right. So, few decent plays here at shortstop. So, with the Blue Jays against the Yankees,
Tyro again.
Tyro Estrada. Yep. 71. So, nice play. Charges it. Doesn't try to barehand too. Which if it's Jonathan Villar too, he does everything to look cool. Doesn't barehand it. Actually has fielding discipline. Nice transfer. And then throws on the run, absolute strike, pretty decent throw. I mean, it didn't hit the dirt, so nice throw. And boom, look, it's close, but strike, got him. Good play right there. And there's less to talk about on the
Tyro didn't have a good stretch stretch.
Oh, really? Was he a shortstop, right?
He could have beaten that out if he had a better last stretch. Yep. Shortstop, second base, utility.
and then you got the score right here. That's probably why he's mad. But Booney, your boy.
Oh yeah, I did not watch this game after that.
Wants to take a look, but good play. All right.
Oh, that was a nice pick.
Yeah, nice pick by Rowdy here. Let me rewind. Boom. Super close, but he got him. All right. Now he's back on the Marlins against Travis d'Arnaud. I mean, it's just like.
Oh, okay. That scared me.
I mean, within his rotate, I mean, he uses his momentum to get a good throw. I mean, these are also his
textbook
issues,
throwing, like mechanics.
Trying to look cool. I mean, a lot of his issues are trying to look cool, but I mean, it worked for him this time. So he's a hot and cold fielder, but I mean, good play right there. Nice turn. All right, right here against the Red Sox. Back on the Blue Jays. Nothing special here, but I like to see a guy use two hands because a lot of guys just drop it, one-handed. Ravi Cano, he's going to hit it hard because of the roids he's on. I mean, he didn't make the play, but look at this range right here. I mean, it's Robinson Cano, so it's like a tortoise on the bases. But I mean, look at this range because they're on they're shifting. Boom, nice range right here. I mean, obviously he didn't make the play, but I mean he stopped the double. I mean, I don't know how deep the left fielder's playing, but
was that ball hit hard?
Let's take a look. Not crazy hard, but I mean, nothing amazing, but not awful.
It's
but
a
I mean,
sexy
he
throw.
obviously doesn't make. He obviously doesn't make the play, but that just shows you he's got good range. All right, you thought his bad second baseman tape was bad.
He cut it off perfectly too.
Wait till you get to the shortstop.
Oh no,
his shortstop tape. And there's also his one of his really bad error you guys might have seen. I have one play of him in center field too, because people say he can play the outfield. All right, so right here, JD Martinez. He's on the Blue Jays here. I mean, and then Vladdy really, he bails him out, makes a great play. I mean, look, you had all day to throw.
No, dude, go to where he's throwing. Go to where the ball is releasing from his hand. Like
when to stop.
Right as the ball leaves his hand. Look at where his glove is. When you throw a ball for accuracy, you either want to step like far and have a really solid base, which he does not really have that. He kind of looks. Actually, never mind. I take that back. No, his base is fine. It's not necessarily pointed directly at the target, which is okay. I mean, you don't necessarily need that when you're a professional athlete. But his glove flies open. Now, this is something that the shortstop on the Brighton team does, and anytime he ever throws a ball, I think he's going to throw it like in the dirt, and he does throw it in the dirt quite often. What?
Do you like hold your breath when it happens? Like, he's throwing like whenever Gleyber
Torres. Oh my god, yeah.
But nice play by Vladdy.
Yeah,
nice swipe there. Bails him out.
You got to bring your glove into your shoulder to stop yourself from flying open and releasing the ball at a terrible time, which is exactly what happened there. And that is just, DJ.
Yeah, cool, man. Hello. I didn't know that. So, see, Ben's the guy who gets technical. He's the baseball guy. I'm the fan. So, I know what I know. He knows a lot more though. But I'm good at being negative about baseball players. I'm good at I'm a Mets fan, so I'm good at knowing I'm good at spotting not talent. I'm good at knowing when someone's bad. I mean,
he rushed that.
He could have done a better job to pick this, but I mean, look how far extended this poor first baseman is. Look at his leg. Oh wait, sorry, people are getting dizzy with me, going. But I mean, spiked it, and look, he had all day to throw. I mean, it's nice to see him step in his throw, but can you explain what he's doing here? Why he looks like he's pivoting right when he throws? Look at his body. Boom. It's like just
a pivot
pivoting.
Way at the end, like a late pivot is actually kind of good for velocity that's what pitchers do. They like pivot off their pelvis at the last possible second and keep their shoulder closed. The thing that I was noticing is that he kind of looked like he was falling over himself. Instead of with a natural crow hop, you kind of tend to fall back on your back leg more, your back foot, for a more stable and powerful base. He looks like he's throwing off his front foot, which just never works and could explain why he spikes it into the dirt. That would be my synopsis. He definitely rushed it. I don't know like why you could have definitely taken another step. DJ is not fast and he never really sprints. So, that's just like sloppy trying to look cool, I guess. It's hard. That's hard to watch.
He's trying to look cool here. Watch this one.
All right.
Oh, it's not this one. It's not this one's bad, but the one where he's trying to look cool. I mean, look where the hop is. He just misses it completely. Hits him in the wrist. Boom. Bye-bye. There's really not much to say here. It's just bad job. Doesn't read the hop. And then, whoops. I gotta stop rewinding. But, I mean, it's pretty hard. But, I mean, that's a routine play if I've ever seen one. So, hopefully he's not doing this with the Mets. Next play. All right. We can see this angle too. I mean, it's just inexcusable. This one is just infuriating. Back with the Marlins against the Blue Jays. All this tape is either on the Marlins against the Blue Jays or on the Blue Jays against the Marlins. I just realized that. Boom. Tries to Javi Baez. God. I mean, it's the most Javi Baez. That's all I can describe it. He's trying to be Javi Baez. I mean, throw on the run. I mean, he's charging it. Field the ball and then freaking make the throw. Don't just run. Try to look cool.
Who's at the plate?
Boba Shett.
Okay, that explains it. Yep, he's just trying to get that throw off as quickly as possible. He knows Bo's got wheels. He also knows that that chopper was hit very slowly. Obviously, I mean, when you're trying to make that play, where does he? Okay, so it's like right above the dirt. I thought it was. Wait, is that where he fields it?
Right here.
Oh shit! He only got that far. Seriously?
And then the ball just flies out of his glove.
Hell?
I mean, just the ball security there isn't good at all. All right,
yeah, that's a transfer. That's a transfer right there.
That screams JD Davis. All right, center field. Just watch this. This I could talk about how bad this is for days. I mean, first of all right, let's go back. Let's go back now. All right, first of all, situation is important. Runner on first, 2 outs. Runner's going. I mean, obviously, runner goes 5-1 ball game. So, first of all, you could get under it better than this. That's not my biggest issue.
Can we
Look
watch
where he
this
catches
run
it, right
too?
here. Yeah.
Is his glove tucked in, or is his glove like up here as he's running? Or like, I mean, is he holding it out? I can't really tell.
No, it's pretty low.
Okay, so
I mean,
is it like tucked into his like armpit though?
No, it's low. If you watch him run, it's like.
Is he like so? He's like holding it out in front of him.
I mean, he's just running like regularly on his hand, yeah. But here's my biggest issue with this. Look where he catches it.
He catches it
on the palm of your glove. On the palm.
And it's not above his head too. It's like he's catching it with a super weird, awkward angle with his elbow and shoulder. You're always told to catch things like above your head.
It looks like he's flipping.
It looks like he's just trying to make it look routine. Yeah,
he's trying to look.
He looks like he's scared of the ball.
Smooth. Here's the worst part. Look, he flinches. Look, boom. Oh no. All right, here's the worst part. So runner goes 2 outs. Runner goes.
Yeah.
Think you could do a better throw than that?
Oh my god.
Yeah. First of all, try to hold the freaking runner. And here's the worst part. You want to see the worst part? You want to know? Look who's at the plate. First of all, Jay Bruce. This guy's freaking tortoise over there. So even if the runner scores, freaking just hit the cutoff and try to get the double. I mean, try to get the out on second. But nope, just airmails it, sidearms it. I mean, it's terrible, man. I mean, what the
He doesn't
hell was
crow
that
hop
play?
either. He just like his feet were almost together and he tried to throw it. Like you're not gonna get any strength on that kind of throw. Yeah, he can't really defend. That's my diagnosis.
All right, let's get into some comments right here because we missed a few. So baseball is my air says, would you rather have as your fifth starter Jordan Yamamoto or Lucchesi? Neither. I would have Peterson.
Lucchesi.
But also Peterson's the floor right now if you don't sign anything. But I would say Lucchesi, and Hayden agrees. Yamamoto is terrible. Do Pete Alonso defense highlights? So we could, I'll definitely try to put some, low lights and highlights. Pete Alonso defense. I think the low lights is a little more interesting than the highlights. But yeah, if you guys want to see us do more film stuff, we're just trying something new. We enjoyed that. Hopefully it worked well. You could see it well. But yeah. So Mets signed. We're gonna do another little film thing. So the Mets signed Albert Almora Jr. as well. So also something to note with these signings. So who they've had to DFA off their 40-man roster. So they've DFA'd. Also they got Khalil. What's his name? Khalil Lee in the trade for. And we'll get to that in a sec. Yep. So they've DFA'd Brad Brock, which I'm kind of surprised about. I would have rather DFA Daniel Zamora just because Brad Brock's been decent in the past, but he was terrible last year, so I totally understand it. Ali Sanchez, backup catcher, not good, and then Corey Oswalt, who's been with the Mets for a while and's never been that good. So I'm not mad with those DFAs. So we had to make room for guys. We obviously had upgrades here. So Albert Almora's defense, we're gonna take a look at that. So I only had the good. He doesn't make bad play. Oh, one more VR play. Oh my God, Ben, this is the one I sent to you. This is the one I sent to you. Take this bad boy.
Vladdy's reaction to this play is my favorite part about all of it.
All right. Chase Anderson on the mound. Okay. Fields nicely. I mean, when your catcher is here, that's when you know that catcher's probably thinking this. Day Jets, he's like, all right, cool. Time to run. Time to run. Or no, we're here. All right, time to run to first.
Yeah, time to just jog over. Nice little stroll.
Time to get over there, grab the ball.
Oh, stop a man.
I mean, look how much air is on this ball. First of all, it's who's at the plate? Michael Chavis, right? 23. I mean, not the fastest cat in the building.
Yep, Michael Chavis.
You want to try and plant your foot a bit? Yeah, I mean, try and plant your foot. I mean, even if you're gonna throw on the run, I'd rather you spike it. Look how much air is on here. I mean, it just rainbows it to the freaking dugout, and Danny Jansen grabs it and. I mean, there's not really much to say there. It's just a terrible
he definitely didn't have.
But
he didn't have enough time to set his feet. Yeah, but you're totally right. I mean, if you're gonna rush a throw, you gotta.
Ooh.
Oh shoot, Mariners! All right.
Nice move by them. I mean, it's probably a 2-year contract because he's not pitching this year, but solid pick by them. Yeah, I mean, just don't put so much air on it, and don't throw it to the first baseman, not the dugout.
Yep.
Don't throw it to the dugout. All right, let's go to Albert Almora. So I only have to be quicker because there's not as much film on him. He didn't have as much playing time, but he made some nice plays in center field last year. He's gonna be perfect as a late inning defensive replacement. So right here, Tommy Edman at the plate, Kyle Hendricks, your boy. I mean, look at.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a. I mean, your reaction's like slightly delayed. So right when I see it, it's like play happens 5 seconds. Ooh, oh, not 5 seconds. I mean, look how fast he comes in on the ball. I mean, he probably starts around.
That's the toughest play.
Obviously,
that is the toughest play for an outfielder. Or actually, never mind. Now it's almost. Oh my God, that's beautiful.
I mean, just start playing.
That was like straight at him. He had to run straight in on a fly ball. I'm telling you, I'm an outfielder. Those are the hardest things to read you will ever see. And then to make a head first dive, I've never made one, so I can't really tell you from experience. I've tried. they are impossible. It takes so much skill.
It's all timing. All right, play right here.
It's all timing, and you have to. Oh, did he get that out of the air?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Boom, slide. Really nice play right there.
Oh, I thought it bounced.
No. Alex Gordon, you're probably like, oh, this isn't that great of a play. I mean, Brandon Nimmo doesn't make this play, so that's why I put it in there. That's the only reason. I mean, if this was Nimmo, it would be like, boom, boom, ball falls. Oh, shit. I mean, if this was Brandon Nimmo, the ball would be here. I'm not lying. I gotta do a Brandon Nimmo video. Dude, I put for my JD Davis video. I put a bunch of JD Davis awful film, like his errors together. I gotta show you it. It was from errors from last year. After this year, solid range. He gets on the warning track and doesn't lose the ball. I mean, especially at this time of the day, sometimes you lose it in the lights. On the warning track. So again, why is it? This isn't that great. I'm like, exactly.
Did he basket catch that?
No. He just, it's pretty routine, but I'm just saying because Brandon Nimmo doesn't make that play.
Yeah, I just can't really. I don't know. I can't really see.
Oh, stud play right here. Insanely good play right here. Watch this. This is beautiful. Boom.
Oh, and then, I've seen that. Yo.
You see Jonathan Villar, buddy, take some notes. Once he does it, doesn't go like, yeah, let's go. Boom. Look how quick he gets to throw. Boom. Absolute strike. Hits the cutoff man, holds the runner. That's what we like to see. Let's take one more look at it.
You love to see that.
Look at the range. The range
what I also
right
really
here
like is that he slows down his sprint as he nears the he slows down a little bit right before he reaches the warning track, which allows him to time the ball, like the jump, I should say, which is what you see a lot on home run robberies. So he played that just like a home run robbery. So good.
Look what I like here. What's the opposite of de-acceleration, whatever you call it? Look, boom, he's sprinting right here. Boom, stops a bit. His feet are still quick, though, so he doesn't, fall over. Boom, and then holds the runner. Great play by Almora. So, yeah, that's the film we have on. Do you want to take a look at the JD Davis play just for fun? JD Davis
I do.
For fun. We don't have to break it down or anything, but, I mean, I just have JD Davis errors.
I want to see this.
Which I didn't trim it down in my phone, but it's fine. So all right, hang on. This is what I hate about MLB Film Room, that you have to. All right, so boom right here. Oh, we got audio on this one too. Sweet. You can't hear it though, but I can. All right.
Oh no.
Hang on, let me.
Oh no.
This is in 2019. He's improved slightly, but all right, boom. Just stone hands. I mean, look at that. It's just stone hands. Well, we're not going to break it down or anything. This is just a pure reaction. All right, Steven Matz. Thank God he's gone. I guess I'll break this down.
I can't even see it.
I mean, oh, you can't?
I can't see it.
Wait, is the screen not sharing?
Did he completely whiff on it? No, it's sharing. It's just like the entire time it's been like I'm getting nice.
It's choppy. Oh, that's.
It's just I'm getting like 3 frames per second or something.
Shit, I gotta look into that.
It's so sad.
Vargas is on the mound. Vargas is on the mound, and then just stone hands, and then Javi gets a third.
Yeah, that's genius. That's a big IQ right there.
Stroh on the mound. Oh, this is in left field. Oh, this is a VR-esque play. Boom. Just effort to hold the runner. Well, I mean, not hold the runner, like make sure he doesn't, score. But I mean, how bad is that?
Why was he backtracking? He was like backtracking, but sideways.
Yeah, Hayden, we were just breaking down some film, man. I'm hoping everyone had a laugh with that. Let's get back to some new news. So that's all.
That was hard to watch.
Yeah. All right. Adam Duvall goes to Miami, goes to South Beach. Really solid pickup by them. He doesn't, hit for average, but he doesn't really get on base. He hits home runs though, and that's really nice. Plays pretty decent defense. He'll probably be playing right field now. I know Dickerson, and then you got Starling Marte in center. Marlins don't have a great team, but they got depth and they have options, which is nice. So solid pickup by them. Giants signed Jake McGee. I mean, he's just a solid reliever. It seems like a lot of the Dodger guys go to the Giants because I know the Farhan, the Giants GM was part of the Dodgers organization a while ago. But he's always like either hot and cold. It's like
Jake
some years
McGee's
he's on.
interesting.
He is interesting. It's like some years he's on, some years he's not.
He throws 95% of his pitches for fastballs and it does good, which is insane.
Nice. We talked about this. Dead Lowry comes off life support. He's alive. All right, let's talk about the big trade that happened. Oh, we got a comment right here. The Mets should have kept Andres Gimenez and traded away Davis. Could have played Gimenez. I mean, I think Cleveland rather have Gimenez than Davis. I mean, you need a Lindor replacement. I mean, Gimenez is an MLB ready shortstop. I mean, I would have rather kept Gimenez than Davis, to be honest. I don't know. But
I would have rather kept Davis.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, Gimenez.
Because Davis just got that bat, man.
I know. Gimenez showed flashes at the plate, but he was never like a great hitter in the minors too, which is always scary. Like when you have like a below average hitter, hitting well at the majors, you think it might be kind of a fluke. But I think the Indians rather have Gimenez just because, I mean, they need an MLB ready shortstop, and Rosario's not a shortstop, so I'm curious to see where he can play. By the way, but here's the big blockbuster: Benny Good Biceps. I get it. I didn't make that joke. Shout out to Fuzzy. He made that joke. He goes to the Royals, and the Mets acquired Khalil Lee. So what are the details for this trade, Elias? Oh, I'll tell you right now off the top of my head. I might have to look it up.
Thanks, Elias.
Andrew Benintendi goes to the Royals, and in exchange, Nomar Mazara just signed with the Tigers. Oh, solid pickup by them.
He sucked last year.
I mean, yeah, he's never been great, but he's always showed flashes. Ooh, and Marwin Gonzalez goes to the Red Sox. Man, this is the guy I wanted the Mets to get. Because he can actually play defense.
Oh, he's stellar. That's why I like him on the Red Sox.
I mean, he can play anywhere.
Yeah, he can play all over with amazing defense.
Like, I think he'd rather go to the Red Sox because he has an opportunity to start. Like, the Mets don't really have any starting opportunities. But here's the trade. So Red Sox Royals get outfielder Andrew Benintendi, who was a top prospect at one point, and cash. The Red Sox get Franchi Cordero, and then they get 3 players to be named later. One of them comes from the Mets, and then right-hand pitcher Josh Winchowski goes from the Mets to the Red Sox, and the Mets get Khalil Lee back from the Royals. So Khalil Lee is now the number 8 prospect in our farm system. I haven't done too much work on him, but it looks like he's a center fielder, but more of a corner guy. That kind of bums me. I mean, I really want like a true center fielder. Even as like a fourth outfielder, I would take that, like a long-term fourth outfielder in a way. So I think he's better as
I thought
as
he was a well-rounded center fielder.
He might be. I haven't done enough on him. I know he had a 55 field grade on Pipeline. I have to do a little more on him, but I mean, this is a great trade for the Mets. First of all, Josh Winchowski we got from Steven Matz from Toronto. He was only like 19 prospect. You can flip him and a player to be named later for your now number 8 prospect who you could potentially package and trade. I mean, that's pretty tremendous.
Yeah, I thought it was a big win for the Mets.
Andrew Benintendi, obviously he has a lot of potential. He just hasn't really been good recently. I mean,
that's why I think the Royals lost this trade. I don't usually say that when prospects are traded for MLB players, but I do really think the Royals lost this trade because Benintendi just hasn't been hitting the ball hard and just hasn't really shown anything since that magical 2018. So that's why
was Franchi Cordero really that big of a loss?
He was a really big prospect when he was still with San Diego because of his hard hit rate. He just smacked the ball so hard, and that's kind of why I'm pretty high on him. But I mean, the strikeout rate is still incredibly high, and I mean, I think he is taking a bit longer than what people thought, he would take to develop. I still do think that he does have 20 home run potential in that bat of his, though. So,
yeah,
kind of like a Franmil Reyes.
Yeah, I get him and Josh Naylor mixed up because like they're two like Padres outfielders.
Oh yeah,
traded to the
Mhm.
American Central. But I mean, I don't understand the move from the Royals. I mean, are you really trying to go for it? But Benintendi is young with a lot of control, so I guess he's a part of, I guess, the quote solution now. But I think he has potential, which is nice. I know, Red Sox fans are bummed to see him go, but he just hasn't really lived up to that hype. I know he was a
They loved
super
him.
prospect at one point, but yeah, I mean, I guess he's replacing Gordon now, so Benintendi's gonna be playing left, Michael A. Taylor in center, and then what's his name? Wait, DeWitt Merrifield in right field, and then first base
Yep.
they signed Carlos Santana, and then second base Nicky Lopez out of
Carlos
the
Santana, comeback player of the year,
Well, what
MVP.
was he hurt last year? Ooh, okay. Hey, go Royals, I guess.
Yeah,
But
he's
I
gonna
mean,
bring the Royals back to the World Series.
no, he's not. Well, yeah. Couple minor moves, and then we're gonna end the show. Cubs signed Jake Marisnick, which is kind of coincidence. It's like the Mets traded Jake Marisnick for Albert Almora. I kind of rather have it Jake Marisnick, better hitter than Almora, but I mean, you don't really need him to be a hitter, so I'm not mad about it. And then Nomar Mazara, who's always been a very high upside player, goes to Detroit, which kind of question because he's he's a power hitter. I mean, he
Didn't
has
he hit
power
the
tools. I mean,
504,
yeah,
504
in
foot home
Texas.
run?
I
And
mean,
yeah,
yeah. Goodbye
Judge
power
hasn't hit
when you
one
go to
that far.
Detroit. Shit. I mean, goodbye power when you go to the Motor City. And then Red Sox signed outfielder / infielder Marwin Gonzalez, which if you know me, you know what I'm about to talk about, where he's gonna play, which is interesting. Probably left field if I had to
Ooh,
be honest. I mean, what do you got? Renfro, Verdugo's gonna be playing center, and then you got probably Marwin Gonzalez probably gonna be playing left field or maybe right, or Renfro's probably gonna play left. Gonzalez in right, and then you can
I
also
think
play him on the
I think
infield.
you'd put Renfro in right because Renfro's got a cannon, whereas
Right.
Marwin
Well, then you
has
also
great range and great field.
and then where's Keegan Hernandez gonna play? Is he gonna be playing? He's probably gonna be playing second base now.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, move
And then
Chavis over
Chavis is gonna
first
go to the bench. Well, you got Bobby Dahl back. Then you
or
got
the bench.
Devers
Yeah.
at third. And then
Yep,
obviously, so
yep,
yeah,
you're right.
pretty deep lineup. But anyways, guys, we're not gonna do the ranking this week. We're gonna do that for when we have less to talk about. We had a lot of news to cover. We got some film. Let us know if you guys like the whole film thing. We're just trying out some new stuff. Thanks to Hayden and all the commenters and the callers, all that. Appreciate the support like always, guys. We will see you guys next. Ben, which outro
Approaching
are you doing
50
today?
subs.
Yeah, guys, we're at
Oh, I'm
45.
just
Please get
doing
us to 50
the
subs.
normal,
Oh, yeah, normal one. What should we do when we get to 50 subs?
just normal.
What's the special? How about or when we get to 100, when it gets warmer, we have to do the baseball competition where you're gonna whoop my ass, but where
Oh, for
we do gold
sure.
I told you about.
I don't
But
know. I crumble under pressure.
oh really? All right, man. We'll see. But, I mean, we'll figure something fun
We'll
out for
find out.
50 subscribers. That's a huge milestone. But thanks to everyone for watching. We will
Woo!
see you guys next time.
Track wall. See ya.